Anybody from the Europe office, raise your hand. Great, Anita, great, okay.
Right on my screen.
Okay, so this one. Lisa, if you had a second guess, what would you guess?
Your left hand.
Hey, very good, very good. Okay, Queen 4.
At 17, I took on a challenge that would ultimately change my life. And that was an attempt to become the youngest person to fly a single engine aeroplane solo around the world. I was named one of Australia's 50 greatest explorers. I somehow managed to be invited to meet the Royals a couple of times. Now, I tell you these stories not because they're great stories, but because I want you to understand how good my life was. It really was a life of highs. On the 28th of December 2015, that all changed. On a normal day at work, flying a 1930s vintage biplane, no records to break, no oceans to cross, I took off to go for a fly. Just as the runway disappeared beneath the nose, I had an engine failure. What resulted was a horrific accident where I was cut from the wreckage and flown to hospital as the only survivor.
G'day everyone, welcome to The Hangar and welcome to 2020.
2020 has been a crazy year for all of us, and many organizations across the globe are figuring out exactly what their groups and their teams need right now. They're not sure if it's a 45-minute happy hour with comedy and magic, or cooking, or a wine tasting, or on the other end, a dynamic keynote with inspiration and takeaways and just actionable steps to help your group rebound during this time.
Well, amongst all the confusion, one thing remains certain, and that's that you have to continue to provide value. As keynote speakers who moved into 2020 in the virtual world, we have seen a massive void where we have to offer a little bit of a morale boost, but also some of these actionable takeaways. Instead of one or the other, we have created an easy to implement combination, a virtual program that ticks all of the boxes that your organization needs right now.
We take comedy and magic and we mash them together, creating the perfect morale boost for your organization and group. I've had the pleasure of performing this for companies all across corporate America, and we find time and time again, they tell us that this is exactly what their company needed at this very difficult time.
Prior to 2020, I hadn't met Aaron, but after seeing his incredible session with magic, comedy, providing an overall morale boost, I knew through combining our sessions, we could create the ultimate virtual experience. As a keynote speaker on overcoming adversity, navigating change, using our challenges to help build a better future, we now have an hour-long session that doesn't just lift up your people, but it provides the actionable tools, tips, tricks, and takeaways to help you build a better tomorrow.